All right, folks, today we are going to talk about some tougher equations. We're going to also talk about the biggest area, okay? So should be kind of interesting. We're going to also then have a bit of a challenge problem for you also. So hopefully you'll find it to be an interesting day. All right, so tougher equations. We did the easier ones in our last time together. Today we're looking at harder ones. For instance, like these. Let's just pick the very first one. 5x minus 7, 3x plus 5. You got x's on both sides. You want to get the x's on one side first. I would suggest you get rid of the 3x to try to keep your x's positive. So I'm going to subtract 3x. And I get 2x minus 7 is 5. Then it's easy. Add 7 and divide by 2. And x is 6. Okay? Not a real problem. We're not going to do all these. Let's do another one. How about this one down here? 5 minus 5x. 2 times 3 minus x minus 3x. Okay? So I have 5 minus 5x, 6 minus 2x, you got to take a 2 into both parts, minus 3x. Collect terms. I have 5 minus 5x is 6 minus 5x. How interesting. If I add 5x to both sides, the x's go away, and I'm left with 5 is equal to 6. And how often is that true? 5 equals 6? Never. Therefore, there is no answer to that particular problem. Okay, so shall we do another one? How about looking for a particular kind? All right, how about we do this one? 3 times x plus 5 minus x minus 4 equals, and I'm going to change it around a little bit, 2x minus 21, okay? So when make that, sorry, there we go, plus 19. Okay, let's see how that works out. You got to take the 3 into both parts, take the negative sign into both parts. I get 3x plus 15 minus x, and a positive 4 is 2x plus 19. Okay, 3x minus x is 2x. 15 plus 4 is 19 equals 2x plus 19. When you subtract 2x, they go away. And you're left with 19 equals 19. And how often is that true? All the time. X could be any number. Any number whatsoever you pick. Okay? I don't care what you pick. How about 2? 2 plus 5 is 7 times 3 is 21. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. The opposite is positive 2. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 19 is 23. And it worked. So if you get rid of your variables and you get a false statement, you know that there's no answer. If your variables go away and you have a true statement, you know it can be any real number. But to get either one of those two, your variables have to go away. They're not even there. Let's try some word problems. Twice the sum of a number and negative 4. Twice the sum of some number and negative 4 is the same as 3 less, I've got to take 3 off of a number divided by 3. Okay? Now we can take the 2 into both parts. Is still this. And that fraction will bug some of you. Okay? I suggest getting rid of it. Divided by 3, multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of the fraction. 3 times 2x, 3 times 8. When you take the 3 in here, those 3's cancel and you're just left with x. 3 times 3 minus 9. Subtract your x. Add 24. 24 and negative 9 should be about 15. X is 3. Okay? How about we do another one? These are supposed to be harder equations, but they're really not too tough. Let's do another one. How about this one? 5 times the difference of 2 and x. 5 times the difference means subtract of 2 and x decreased by the sum of 2 and x, like that, equals 20. Let's check it. 5 times the difference of 2 and x decreased by the sum of 2 and x equals 20. Looks good. Take the 5 into both parts. Take the negative into both parts. Equals 20. Collect terms. Negative 5x and negative x is negative 6x. 10 minus 2 is 8. Equals 20. Subtract 8 from both sides. And divide by negative 6. I get negative 2. Okay? Easy stuff. Okay, so biggest area. Now, you can use mathematics to do a lot of different things. I think we talked about if you have a piece of metal that's 120 square inches of metal. Can't remember if we talked about that or not. Senior moment, sorry. If you have 120 square inches of metal, and if I were to ask you to make the absolute biggest can, that is what it would hold, make the absolute biggest can you can get out of 120 square inches. You're going to have some cans that would be like Pringles potato chip cans, real tall and skinny. You're going to have some that are short and fat, like cat food cans or tuna cans. They're all going to hold different amounts of food, but they have to be made with 120 square inches of metal. Okay? Can you find one that will produce the absolute biggest, hold the most food of any other can? And you can do that. Now, what we're going to talk about a little today in your homework, I'm going to give you 200 feet of fencing. Different plots would have different areas, just like the can. Like, for instance, how about if you had a rectangular fenced-in area that was 60 on a side? 60 here, 60 here. That leaves you with 80 left over. 40 here, 40 here, area 2,400 square feet. Okay? How about if you had, let's say, 90 feet and 90 feet? This would have to be 10 and 10. That's only 900 square feet. You see? It still took 200 feet of fencing to go around the outside, but you get a different area. All right? Mathematics will help you to figure out what is the rectangular plot made out of 200 feet of fencing but that will give you the absolute biggest error or biggest area. That will be on the flip side of your homework today. Okay? But we have something else that's kind of interesting to talk about today, and that is a bit of a challenge for you. Okay? This challenge, whoever can figure it out first and email me the correct answer, I'll give you 5 bonus points. Okay? 5 bonus points. Harold and Tiffany are playing a game in a pub. All right? They flip a coin, and if it's heads, Harold gets a point, and if it's tails, Tiffany gets the point. Okay? Before they even started, they each contributed $50. So there's a total of $100 that's going to go to the winner, the first one that reaches 10. Now, the score is Harold 8 and Tiffany 7. Tiffany gets a phone call with an emergency at home. She rushes out the door, letting Harold still lead the game and also holding the $100. Later, he texts Tiffany asking if she wishes to finish the game or just split the money 50-50. She texts back saying since he was leading and should get more because he was leading at the time, she then offers a solution. What is her solution? You can get this first. Get this first. Email me right away. If it's right, I will give you 5 bonus points. Homework will be on Blackboard, okay? And don't forget on the back, you're going to be the biggest area. So you've got tougher equations and the biggest area. See you next time.